Right. I don't know if I actually um uploaded the last video last week, but anyway, hey. So today is October the 15th, 2020. Let's go, 2020 gang. Um. Yes, it's a Thursday. So I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I think I had perfectly good enough excuses to um postpone it until today. I think so. I The reason why I didn't do it yesterday was because I was out all day. Basically, I was out from like two, not two, but like yeah, around there, like 3 till nighttime. And I could have honestly done it before that. The video log. Yes, I could have. I could have, but I was coming off a 48-hour fast, and I broke that yesterday night. So yeah, we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, that's the reason why I didn't do it. I also had a crap ton of tasks to do today. But I had like 12 or something because I postponed it till today because I skipped a bunch of day because when I woke up I woke up feeling like just fatigued and like just just I didn't have the motivation or energy or willpower to do anything except play basketball. I guess that was fine. I played some good basketball, did a couple sprints with the boys. Trey came. There was a lot of mans, a lot of people. We did some 3v3s. It was fun. It was amazing. It was good. It was good. Um, yeah, it was fun. But yeah, the 48 hours fast was cool. During it though, like, okay, we'll actually talk more about that later. What else? I was talking about the tasks I had to do today. So yeah, I had like 12 today, and I could not sleep yesterday. Partly the reason was because I was binge watching a Blacklist on there, but like the lights were dark, like this was dark, like everything was dark, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was an okay environment for me to fall asleep in. I've definitely had worse environments to fall asleep in, but I just couldn't. Um, I don't know if the show was just amazing or I could not like I by the time I went to bed, I kind of thought about the amount of things I had to do today, and I was thinking like I was so anxious. I was thinking like, dude, this seems like the most insurmountable thing I could have to go through, and it's not. I after I've done it, obviously hindsight 2020, right? After I've done it, it all seemed manageable. Like it was fine. Like I was all good. After doing a couple of those tasks, the first two I had to do was just make my bed and meditate, and that was it. Those are two morning tasks that I just had to do. Easy, done, and that was fine. But yeah, like my it was I had to catch up on some tests and quizzes, do some homework. Not too bad, just a couple of school stuff. And from what I can tell, it seemed like a long day today, but it's only literally been 5 hours after I woke up, I think. Like around there, 5 to 6 hours after I woke up. So yeah, I did some homework for 2 hours and then did some tests and quizzes for another hour. Uh, I do gotta be honest though, like part of the reason why that made it manageable for me, at least, like, was doing my homework here and having a TV show right there. Now, I know that's like not the best work environment and like it's not the most productive or efficient. I could have probably cut down my school stuff from 3 hours to probably like even 45 minutes if I really wanted to. If but obviously I want to just get through it. That's it. Like my plan was today was just to get them done, get through it, and save myself some mental stress, I guess. And that's, you know what, that's okay. And if I have to put a Netflix thing on the background, that's fine. But yeah, I also had it on while I had to do a workout today. I was thinking about completely skipping my workout because my legs were sore, like everything was sore because I was playing basketball yesterday, but that was fine. Like it was okay. But yeah, it was actually alright. Like I'm gonna be honest, the calendar, the to-do list, it definitely helps in terms of really making things really manageable. Like oh my god, I've I thought the to-do list was like, oh, but like I have a feeling like my mind tends to exaggerate things or try to make things seem more stressful than it is. Obviously, it could be the other case, like make things I could underestimate or overestimate. But I think having the to-do list puts things into perspective and like puts the facts out there that, oh, these are things I need to get done. Here's how I'm gonna get, and the calendar helps me out in terms of timing that I'm out and scheduling them out, so it's like more like manageable, and it worked out. Like honestly, it was good. I was very, very happy that I have gotten into a habit of putting to-do lists together, because goddamn, they are so helpful, bro. They really are, because I'm not saying it's like the best for everyone, but for me personally, like I find myself almost like I find myself like spending 5 hours just thinking about the homework I have to do, then realizing, oh, the to-do list helps me like kind of just not get anxious about it and just gives me the facts, and like instead of being anxious over it, I could just do it, But obviously that like like having the to-do list is one thing, actually be able to do just cross them off and take them off the list is another, and that's a whole nother beast. I think today I was just in a good environment. Like I woke up, I don't know, I woke up, I didn't spend too much time in bed and on my phone. I just kind of woke up, I said, all right, I'm doing more self-talk now, and it's really working out. It's actually good. But I woke up and I was like, yo, there are all these things I have to do, which is not even like, after I'd done it, it wasn't too bad, but to me it was like, it was bad, right? Like, but that's okay, because that's what it does. And that's okay. I don't need to criticize myself for that. But yeah, I woke up, I was like, oh, I have a lot of stuff to do. I might as well get them done, because you know what? I want to have a good day today. And a good day would equal me doing those things and like getting after it and like go, 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 and I did that. I'm doing that as we speak. But yeah, like it's wonderful, bro. Like I feel amazing. I feel good. It hasn't even been that long of a day, and like I already feel fantastic. It's 5 p.m. I was supposed to do this later, and like it's not like I was the most motivated, It's not like I wanted to do everything today, but I did have a sense of like, oh, I want to get this shit done so I can get it over with. Like I wanted that feeling of like accomplishment. But yeah, it's not like it was the most breeziest thing. Obviously, every little thing was uncomfortable. Like as humiliating it is for me to say, like even just taking a cold shower was like, ugh, I really don't want to. But I caught myself. I was like, oh, so you don't want to do this thing? You might as well just do it, and it will feel good. It's like 2 hours, 2 seconds of suffering for like the best 5 minutes of your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what a cold shower is, by the way. Yeah, like little things like that. I guess I'd like to believe that there is a muscle in terms of doing things you don't want to do, and that muscle being self-discipline and stuff like that, just discipline in general. I like to believe that I am strengthening that, and it is getting stronger by more time goes by, and by every year I grow, like as I age. I hope, I like to believe that discipline is getting stronger. And you know what? Today's a good thing for that. And I wouldn't be honest, like if I am gonna compare myself to anyone, it should be by my past self. And like I'm thinking about, would my past self be able to manage all this without? I'm sure he'd be able to get stuff done. That's for sure. But would he be able to, manage it and not feel so overwhelmed and encumbered by it? Because I feel like the more I procrastinate and the more I overestimate about how stressful and how hard it could be, because if I procrastinated this long enough, then it must be the most hardest thing ever. But it really isn't. Like, that's why I have the to-do list and the calendar. Like, it really helps things put things in. It helps puts things into perspective, and that's all I can do, right? What else? Yeah, it was good, and definitely like it helps with the anxiety part of it. So yeah, I think my past self would not have been able to manage this without being so overwhelmed and just breaking down. And obviously I don't know if I could thank it to just a day, because some days it is, some days I wouldn't be able to do this. Some days I would just want to play video games, and I guess I just gotta be grateful for myself today that I managed to do it, that I had enough willpower, that I had enough motivation, or even had enough discipline to get through it, to get through the day. And I'm exaggerating it to the point where like this is the hardest day of my life. It's not. It's not even that hard. It's not even that comparable to other people. But to me, I feel like it is some sort of accomplishment, because it was something that I was worried about asleep, and it's the kind of thing I would usually worry about when I was younger, and I still worry about today. But I think I am very proud of how I handled it today. So there's that. And yeah, respect. What else? Yeah, that's it. I don't know if there's anything else there. In terms of self-talk, yeah, that self-talk has been helpful. Like, just talking it out, like even like physically, it's weird. Like, you talking to yourself, and it's like physically saying stuff out loud, like, you're tired, but like, what I'm saying, like just that motivation, self-talk or something, or whatever. I think it really helps, because, well, it just helps. So yeah. What else? Yeah, so this past week I have found a game called Crusader Kings 3. And I'm gonna be honest, it's like my civilization. It's like the way I play Civ 6 or Civ 5. It's like the way I play simulation games. I just get so into it. And after like 6 hours and like all that, it just, oh my god, I have never been so, like, I don't know. Like, man, like, that's the reason why I had 12 tasks to begin with, is because I kept pushing things back. And the reason for that being that, man, that game is good, bro. Sure, there's a couple things I don't like about it, to be honest. I don't, but from what I've played, it has been a surprisingly good game. Like, it feels, I don't know, it's really good. I don't know what else to say. It's Crusader Kings 3 is a game about it's basically a Game of Thrones simulator, Like, there's houses, there's kingdoms, and like there's thrones and whatever. There's no dragons though, and there's oh well, there is a bunch of incest. I guess I don't know. I guess with kingdoms and houses, there's always gonna be incest involved, which is weird. But it's the meme there. So yeah, I've been spending my time a lot of that, and I'm gonna be honest. I was planning to do it today, which is why I did this video log earlier, because I know that once I get into that game, it is hard for me to get out, and it's hard for me to get out. You know, it's hard for me to get in the state of like, oh, I am so motivated to go work and do some productive stuff, because it isn't the most productive thing. It is simply for my enjoyment, and I'm gonna be honest, it does distract me from the world. And I've always, for a while now, I've always thought things like that, like seeking distractions and seeking I don't know, an escape from the world is only delaying and making the problems worse. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's something I enjoy, and life is full of distractions and distracting yourself and escaping into things because life might not seem as, I don't know. There's not. I feel like it's something that everyone does, and I feel like it's a perfectly normal, healthy thing to do. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about the game here. But yeah, I mean, obviously, too much of one thing, too much of anything is a bad thing. And obviously, if I spent all my days playing Crusaders Kings 3 and nothing else, and I got nothing else done other than that, and it was starting to affect every other aspect of my life, then yeah, I'd consider that a problem. But if I make time for it, and I make a conscious decision and a conscious choice that says, hey, I'm gonna spend this many hours playing this game because I enjoy it. Oh, my house is burning, but not really. They're just cooking. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it did affect my school work. Like, I did postpone things, and but hey, I there was consequences to that, and I dealt with those consequences today, and hopefully I'll manage it now. But I feel like it's such a disservice to myself and disservice to my enjoyment of life in general to just criticize myself and punish myself for playing a game that I like playing. You know, it's games like that is one of the reasons why I love gaming. Is one of the reasons why I bought a PC and like all those things. I'm like, it's not the most productive thing ever. You know, it won't make me money, but it's I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and it's wonderful. It's great. It immerses me into a world that it's good piece of work. There is some kinks to be worked out. I'm gonna be honest. The game is not perfect, but it is wonderful. It provides me with some challenge. It does use my brain a lot, which is why I think it puts me in this state. Like it puts me in a flow state. I'm gonna be honest. Like hours go by when I play that game, and it is great. But yeah, that is why I've done things today, and like that's okay. If I make little adjustments like this and do things that I want to do first, I'll surely have some time to play some games, and I do, and I did, and now, soon after this log, I am so ready to play that game. I am so excited. But yeah, we'll put that there. What else do I need to talk about? Yeah, I was gonna talk about my 48-hour fast. It's because I woke up feeling like crap, right? And like during it, I was like, for the first like 4 hours, I was like, ugh, I just feel so fatigued and whatever. But after I drank some salt water, I guess it was fine. I was able to play basketball. Sure, I was out of breath earlier, but like I felt not too bad after. But during those 4 hours, I didn't feel good. Like, I don't know if it's because I was just out of electrolytes, but yeah, I eventually I just even convinced myself that electrolytes were bad for me and that like I shouldn't take them, but I should have. I mean, if I'm doing it fast, but during it, I was um I was like looking for reasons to stop the fast, and like, you know, I was um I was even like watching videos opposing fasting and like watching dangers of, and I don't think there's the dangers of water fasting, and like watching Obese to Beast, which is someone I've watched for weight loss videos for like a long time, even like 4 years ago. But you know, I think it's honestly is important to see both sides of it and see the dangers and see the consequences, because I do know that it can lead to eating disorders in some sort, because it's just not a, I don't know, it can lead to eating disorders, whether that be from binging or overeating or things like that. But I think I think the most important thing is I should just watch, observe how I feel, which is what I did. I've been observing how I feel. That's how I did a fasting meditation. Now, I came to the conclusion that I should probably get some electrolytes, whatever, drink some electrolytes, and why I broke my fast 48 hours at 48 when I was planning to do it at 60 or whatever. So that's the reason. Like, sure, I didn't feel the best, but I was observing and I'm like, okay, it makes sense. I'm, abstaining from food. I think there is a definitely um like, obviously there is evidence that shows towards that it is good for you, and I do want to lose some weight, if not for appearance or vanity's sake. I do just want to feel good and like be like, oh, I did it. And it seems like I am looking for the easy way out, but I think fasting is a good way for me to enjoy food and not disrupt my life too much. I think I need to adjust it a little bit. Obviously, I think I'm not accustomed to it yet. Maybe, I don't know, but I might just need to adjust some things to make it more manageable or to fit my life better. So yeah, that's what I did. But yeah, I will. I can't wait to play Crusaders. I really wanna. I'm gonna check if I upload the last week, and then I guess I'm out. I'm good for now. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Nothing's on my mind bothering me recently. So yeah. Well, there's, I guess. I guess that is sort of a lie. So a year ago, or not even, like 2017 or 2018, like, now that I realize it, that's a good one. Okay, so around 2018, I think, or 2017. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it was more like around there. So a couple years ago, I had some scares, some like cancer scares, almost some medical scares, and one of those reasons being is because one night, after meeting with my friend Bradley from Ottawa, um, I had to go to the bathroom really bad. So I went to the bathroom and I shit out blood. And I'm not gonna lie, it was like it was one of the worst nights ever. It did not feel good. Like I was so scared. And so yeah, for those first few months, I thought my anxiety, obviously it made me think that I had colon cancer because of all those people. If you shit out blood, you have colon cancer. And ever since then, I've had problems my with my stools, and whether it be dark bloods, not dark blood, but like it like there's dark spots like black, not black, but like dark red, and I was thinking it's blood, and like, but I've had those before, right? And it went away for a while. It went away for 2 years, and it's not really the most consistent thing, and it even got better. Um, it got better. And the reason why I was smiling just before this is because I think I've related to stress. Is that right? Mm. Mm. Probably not a good thing. See, this the you can't self-diagnose yourself, man. Mm. Mm. Anyway, I don't know. It could be anything, to be honest. But yeah, I was always so scared, and like I've tried to fix it up before with adding fiber to my diet and like doing all that. But I mean, we did go to the doctors. We did go like from that night. Like the the doctor just said it's just a bacteria. I don't know. That's what I've been thinking, and I don't know. There has been times where it really scared me, and most of those times I've been in a period where I was super anxious and super stressed, I guess. But I don't know. Sort of just it came back recently. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've had one recently, and then it startled me. It did. I don't know if it's a food allergy or something, but it's not really the most consistent thing. For a while, it's actually been gone for about a while, almost a year. So I don't know. I don't know. Um, don't feel too. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. Like I am super anxious about it, and every time it makes me anxious. It really does. Like I've also had so many stupid scares. I remember being so scared about my teeth that my teeth would all just fall out, and like that's why you know, but that's why I floss my teeth every now and then. Like I don't know. I've always just been scared medically. I guess I've always been just scared of my life going away, and what's more anxious to me and what fears me more is just going to the doctor. you know, and eventually finding out that I do have something life threatening. And yeah, well, that is the worst case scenario. It's also a possibility. And I don't know why I'm not able to talk to my parents and get it checked out. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm gonna be honest. I'm scared. I'm always am. Even like the small things, like I have a headache right here, and I search it up, and I think I'm gonna die. Like it's some stupid shit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Fasting and watching my what I eat and more like less processed stuff. I don't know. I think certain foods do trigger it. I'm gonna be honest. Like I do think that is the case because it's pretty inconsistent. But it's consistent with like how I eat, I guess. When I eat healthy, it there doesn't seem to be any problems. So I don't know. It could be linked to that. To be honest, like look, I don't want to avoid it. I don't, but I'm also way too anxious to deal with it like that. And it just could be nothing, to be honest. It could be nothing, and it could just be a simple food allergy, or it could be something worse. I gotta acknowledge that. I gotta acknowledge the fact that it could be something a lot worse. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm always so anxious of my life getting cut too short because I feel like I have so much more. I mean, the whole reason why I even started this whole logs and video logs is to make sure I leave something behind, you know, for people who've never known me, just in case of an untimely death. I'm gonna be honest, like I was almost so afraid to not like talk about it. I really didn't, but I knew I just had to mention it at least, right? As good as today was, there's always things. There's always things buried in my head, and there's always things there that's affecting me, you know? But I think it's also good to manage myself, and it's also good not to overdo it. Sometimes it's just good to take a deep breath to just be in the now, you know? And, maybe there's times like this where I have to reassure myself that it's most likely nothing. Well, most likely fine. That should call it. But yeah, you know, obviously I didn't end it off too well. But that's what CK3 is for. Yeah. Anyway, I've had a good day. I'm not gonna let like that get in the way. Obviously, it's an important thing to talk about instead of just constantly braying it in my head all the time. It's good to talk about it. As anxious as I feel, I also feel it important to feel it and not just hide it and bury it. You know, and as long as if I'm anxious, what can I do? I can observe it. I can realize that I'm anxious, and that's what I can do. Damn, they are burning the house down. All right, that's it. I'm head up.